Emotion is a beautiful and sometimes harrowing part of the human experience. Just as we have passing states of mind, we also have passing feelings and emotions, all of which are just kind of woven into the rhythmic flow of earthly life. And I feel like it's very easy to actually suppress emotions, to dismiss emotions, or to just deny their existence altogether. But at the same time, it's also easy to get lost in emotion, to become emotion, and to let it take root within us. So, in this video, I'm going to share some valuable insights regarding emotion as we walk the path. When we embrace stillness and become more present, we are often led on a journey of healing. All that we were resisting through escaping the present moment can begin to make its way to the surface. So it's important to learn how to let it flow and how to process it fully. Firstly, emotions are an inherent part of the human experience, and we have to be mindful of an underlying motivation to escape it through engaging in addictions, bypassing it in some way, or through desperately trying to make it go away. We can allow emotion to be there because it's in the now, it's in our present experience. So, drawing on our courage, acknowledging emotions, and finding acceptance in them plays a crucial part in letting emotion flow. So, within acceptance and surrender lies this really profound experience, and I find it really beautiful. So, it's almost like you tap into this peace in the background of it all. Like you could be sat there crying your heart out, but there's just this deep sense of peace behind the pain. And some may say that this is our natural essence shining through. Now, emotion is an energy that will pass. Though, in the time of its unfoldment, the thinking mind may like to make us feel doomed. But the inner sensation will ease eventually, and it has the tendency to flow through us much quicker once we allow ourselves to be present with it. Meeting our emotions with presence offers us a shift in perspective, because a lot of the time, the way that we like to handle our emotions is just continuously thinking. And a lot of the time, this thinking is not actually productive, it's not like wise thinking. What it does is it just feeds the emotion and it fuels the emotion and it prolongs the emotion. So then it can continue to live within us for like weeks, days, months, years, a lifetime. So when we actually find this place of presence, what we're doing is we're turning our attention away from the mind, just recycling its thoughts over and over, and we are actually turning our attention towards awareness, towards presence. And it's within this spaciousness that we can actually allow emotion to flow, where we can let it transmute. I personally find that one technique that we can use to stay present with emotion is to bring our awareness to the sensation within the body and allow ourselves to feel it. We may also choose to deeply breathe into the sensation using the breath as an anchor. The sensation may appear to worsen in the light of our presence at times, but that's because we're actually allowing ourselves to feel potentially for the first time. So it's important to just trust and allow, remembering that it will pass. This process of allowing and presence can be done for any emotion, and it can be done at practically any time. It doesn't have to be in a formal meditation setting. Now, the mind is a valuable tool, and yes, the mind can exacerbate the emotion if used unconsciously. But if we use the mind in a conscious manner, then we can actually uncover things that we had no idea was actually lingering within us, and it can actually help us with the healing process. So sometimes we may actually feel called to do a little bit of introspection and investigation. A little inquiry can often go a long way. Asking questions such as, what am I believing right now? how am I experiencing this in my body? Or what is this feeling trying to tell me? In asking such powerful questions, we may shed some light on unconscious beliefs and emotions that are actually controlling our experience. Investigate with a gentle, curious attention. Tara Brach. If one has a deep emotional trauma and a large pain body, then they may actually feel called to seek professional guidance or even do some research to find a professional healing modality that works well for them. I believe that emotions want to be expressed, they want to be embraced, and they want to be heard. A lot of the time, they are communicating something to us. Hidden within our triggers are deep emotional wounds that, when investigated further, can bring enormous healing through major breakthroughs, breaking repeating life patterns and ending dysfunctional behaviors. We can never underestimate how much our life will change for the better once we allow ourselves to feel our pain, process it, and heal. Now, we have an ability to watch thoughts come and go. We have an ability to see the voice in the mind, to watch it chatter, and to really disentangle our sense of self from it. And the same goes for emotion. Emotion is an energy in motion. It is a sensation within the body. It's a frequency. And we have an ability to watch it and observe it. And through our ability to observe it, we realize that we are not it. Disentangling our sense of self from the emotion is crucial in not letting it take root in our identity. It also helps to release the heaviness of the emotion and to be less reactive. Instead of being lost in the anger that you are feeling towards the slow person at the checkout in the supermarket, witness consciousness allows you to watch the anger erupt within you like a volcano, and you see it, accept it, and be present with it. Daily life turns into a spiritual practice. Without that ability to witness, you may get lost in the anger and the thought-feeling cycle, allowing no room for presence and awareness until much later when you wake up and remember. Now, yes, emotions may be a passing phenomena that arise and subside within our awareness, but we want to be careful not to fall into this trap of completely and utterly detaching and disassociating from emotion. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves to allow ourselves to be vulnerable and to be honest with how we are feeling. To be vulnerable is to actually embrace our humanity. It seems that even those that walk the planet as enlightened beings, they still experience negative emotions, I guess because they're having a human experience. And when something happens on the outside world, it then causes them to feel something. The only difference is that they live in this deep acceptance and presence. So the emotion flows through them and it is short-lived and probably more of a rarity. We don't want to let emotion take root in us. We don't want to let it become our identity. The body of pain that we hold inside of us accompanies us in this lifetime until we let it process and heal. But our true self lies within the expansive awareness beyond our pain. So we can let emotion be there, we can see it, we can feel it, but at the same time, we cannot get too tangled up in it. Instead of seeing it as I am angry, we see it as I am experiencing anger, or there is anger arising. In this way, you don't become the anger. Rather than being your thoughts and emotions, be the awareness behind them. Eckhart Tolle. Many create an identity out of their pain so much to the extent that they actually let it define them. So they subconsciously just go round and round on the wheel of healing because they are unwilling to let go of their perceived sense of self. If they allow themselves to heal and be without their pain, they lose their identity. So obviously this can be hugely problematic. So we want to be really aware on our journey of healing in the little instances of bringing pain up. is this pain taking deep root within me? Like, has this emotional reaction happened? Have I allowed the emotion to flow through me? And now something inside of me is just latching on to victim mode and feeling sorry for myself. Because at this point, what we're doing is we're just feeding like this addiction to pain. As Eckhart Tolle says, pain feeds on more pain. So finally, as we allow emotion to flow through us, I just find that it really helps to nurture a place of refuge within yourself. So actually just giving yourself a hug and just giving birth to this voice in the head that is one of compassion. And in doing so, that just really helps to comfort you through a time that, it's not an easy venture to work with negative emotion. It's really not. So nurturing this loving, compassionate voice within you and giving yourself, showing yourself this compassion can really allow emotion to flow through you more easily. So thank you so much for watching this video. My name's Jasmine. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye 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 bye.